What were your biggest mistakes? Make decision, not take a decision. This one is just a better, a more formal way to word it. And then the main one, right? You're asking question. You're forming the sentences as a question when it's not a question, and then another time you form a sentence as a response when it's not a response. So make sure, if it's not a question, subject verb. If it's a question, verb subject. Okay. The rest is fine. So those are my main like 3 mistakes right there. Now we can look at this. Let me see what the second one is about. What it's asking.
Is the article? Is number 4.
International is running a competition. Okay. All right. Okay. I have the certain. Actually, it's much easier if I just copy the whole thing and then make this red. Okay. I am certain that everyone on earth has had at least one experience. Okay. I'm certain that at least everyone. We can't really say everyone, at least, right? You just say everyone. That everyone on earth has had, not has ever had. Has ever had is like, have you ever had a car or something like that? It's like a question. On earth has had at least one experience. Now the second one is actually also present perfect. Everyone on earth has had at least one experience that has had an important influence on his or her life. Why? Because this is a common mistake. Everyone is actually singular, so you cannot say their lives. That's wrong. It's his, her life. And yes, you do have to write his/her. I have had many of them, but I wouldn't tell you the most important one. Like for company and human resources, my job is that I have to select. My job is to select the best person for a position that is free at that time. That's free at the time. To do that, I have to look over more than 30 CVs and interview at least 10 people to find the correct one. At my first selection process, I feel terrible to tell the other ones. I feel terrible telling. You're gonna notice like we use ing a lot, which I think you could probably use more. It just sounds better. That's why. My first selection process. I would say during my first selection process. I feel terrible about telling others, the other ones. I would just say telling people. It's better because we don't know who we're talking about. We don't need to be specific. They know that they are not being contracted. Adjective. However, instead of saying but, start with however. Sounds better. However, one of my leaders taught me that I'm doing the best for them because the position is not exactly for them and their skills, and maybe this is conditional. They would have suffered in that position. Because of that, I look at my job with another point of view, and I start to look to the best job for the best option I have. And I started to look for the best job for the best option I have. I don't understand this part. I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Like, no, I don't see that I don't think that I am like eliminating some people. Um,
You're,
yes,
you mean you're,
I am
uh,
looking for the best person to the position that I have,
okay.
like a positive view.
I could just say because I look at my job with a more positive view. To be honest, that sentence is a little confusing. I would remove that. This would be good enough, I think. Or you could say like, for example, I look at my job as finding the right person, the best person for the job, not eliminating others. Be a little more specific so no one gets confused. I'll send this over to you. Oh, okay. Writing too. Okay, well you can say that if you want. It's in the Zoom chat. All right, what do you want to work on today? Writing, reading, speaking, blah blah blah. Which one?
Maybe speaking.
Speaking, sure. Now I don't remember how the speaking in this book works. Have you done any with other teachers yet, or no?
Yes, I did also with you.
You did with me? Okay. Let me share my screen because I want to know which test you're on. Which test did you last do? Do you remember?
I think that page 25, I have done.
So let's do the practice test 2 then. Is that a yes?
Yes, 22. Yes, I did page 22.
Okay. So we should do page 46 then. All right. I could have sworn you've done this too. You did this too, or no? Ask about personal questions like where you live, favorite subjects. Did we do that or no?
No, I don't. No, I didn't see these questions.
All right.
Where about?
Probably was probably another student. Don't worry. Okay. Well, this is pretty straightforward, right? I ask you questions, and you respond pretty casual. Yeah. Mainly focus on grammar, basically. Some of these are short, some of these are long. Focus on grammar and focus on giving me detailed answers and like full responses, right? If I say like, what are your favorite subjects at school? Don't just say like math. Tell me why. Stuff like that. Okay, let's go ahead and start.
That 3 minutes. I have to talk like 3 minutes, or to respond all your questions in 3 minutes, or you are going to do me some questions. I have to respond them more questions.
I give you a question, you respond. I give you another question, you respond.
Okay.
Yep. That's actually really short for 3 minutes, in my opinion. But okay, it's fine. I mean, like 3 minutes is not a lot of time to answer all these questions. But okay. All right. Let's start. Okay. So I guess I'll do a timer on my phone would be better. Yeah. Okay, actually this is fine. Okay. You can see it here. Okay, let's go ahead and start. All right, Daniel. Where do you live?
I live in Lima, in a very well, in La Molina, that is a part of every or much things in Lima. I think I live
Okay.
apart, yes, in east of Lima.
And what are the good and bad points about living there?
Well, that I live far away. Some of maybe some of my friends, my apart from my job, and I have to wake up too early to arrive properly to some place.
Good. What are your favorite subjects in school? What does your job involve?
Well, I love mathematics. Yes, mathematics, chemistry when I was at school. So I studied then at university engineering, but also I like courses that are related to people, not necessarily but like biology, but to understand people like psychology. And I studied psychology after engineering. And both of them uh, yes I use both of them in my job. I now work in a bank, in human resources, and I use both of my careers like numbers or to look some KPIs, K, yes, K, KP, I don't know how to say
KPIs?
KPIs, um, like from engineering maybe, and to talk or to just to work with other people or to interest from other people. I use what I study in psychology.
Okay. How do you usually spend your holidays?
Well, I go out with my friends, maybe something to go out to dinner, or go to the cinema. But also I like to stay in my house with my parents, with my dog, and pass time with them. Um, every every Sunday we do we make some grill, to yes, no,
Okay.
that
What are you hoping to do? Actually, that last one was bad. What are your plans for the future?
I want to study master degrees on Madrid, on Spain, um, about some or to study more about human resources, to understand more, um, like the enterprise, and to learn more or improve my skills about leadership.
Okay. So that took way too long. It was 4 minutes and a half, and you just paused way too much, right? Um, I don't know if you were thinking of like what to say because of the questions, or if you were translating into from Spanish to English. What was going on?
Some parts I translate in English.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Because I mean these are like kind of basic questions, right? Like they're not like really hard. So probably you can just say whatever you're thinking should be fine. Don't spend time actually, you know, thinking about, oh, what should I say? Just like kind of like a chill conversation. Don't think too hard. But yeah, definitely if translating is what you're doing, gotta shorten that. So we're gonna practice this again because
sometimes I don't find a word that I want to say in English that I don't know that word.
Yeah, I get it. Also, for this small mistake, but you only told me the bad points. Something about your friends missing you because you live too far. You didn't tell me the good points. You forgot the other half, right? So let's go ahead and review it because I recorded it. And then
I think I live apart. Yes, in East of Lima.
And what are so we just did the first one. I skipped that part because by the way, spending 30 seconds was too long, right? Because this is a one sentence response, right? Where do you live in town? You'd say I live in La Molina, you know, a district in the city of Lima, the capital of Peru. That's it, right? It doesn't even ask you to describe it, so maybe like 5 seconds instead of 30 seconds. Okay, the good and bad points about living there.
Well, that I live far away. Some of my friends.
So don't start the question with that I live far away, right? Tell me some a bad point about living there is that I live far away from my friends. Give me like a full response, okay?
Okay. Apart from my job, and I have to wake up too early to arrive properly to.
Apart from my job, I had to wake up early to arrive properly. So let's change that. In regards to my job, I think you're trying to say that, right? I have to wake up early in order to arrive on time, in order to arrive to work on time, because I live far from my workplace. You just need one sentence, okay? Arrive at.
Someplace.
Good. What are your favorite subjects? So this is my fault. I don't think it's asking you to answer both. I think it's asking you to answer one or the other, right? This if you're a student, this if you work. So next time we would do what does your job involve, but that was my fault, not yours. But no, we can listen to what you said anyways. School, what does your job involve?
Well, I love mathematics. Yes, mathematics, chemistry when I was at school. So
I want to say when I was in school, okay? When I was in school.
I studied at university engineering.
Also, you don't say I study at university engineering. Subject, verb, direct object. I studied what? I studied engineering at school. Oh, I just messed up. I put at school, in school.
But also I like courses that are related to people.
But I also enjoy courses that are related to people. Also, when you're pausing, this is something native speakers do too, but try not to say like. Just try to pause a little.
Not necessarily, but like biology, but to understand people like psychology, and
not necessarily just psychology, but also biology in order to understand people.
No, it's the opposite. Like not courses like biology or medicine.
Not necessarily biology, but psychology in order to understand people.
Okay.
Switch the order, yeah.
It's psychology after engineering. And both of them I Yes, I use both of them in my job. I now work in a bank, in human resources, and I yes, I use both of my careers. Like,
So you repeat the same thing, right? You said yes, I use both of them, and you said yes, I use both of them in my career. So, also when you say carrera, I think you're talking about degree, or because you only have one career, right?
no, I have two
Oh, you do. Oh, you have two jobs. Okay, that's fine.
numbers, or
No two jobs, but
to look.
2 degrees.
Yes,
Okay,
two
so don't
bachelor
forget.
degrees.
Okay, don't forget that's a degree, right? That's not a career. Degree,
okay.
not career.
Some KPIs, K, yes, K, KP. I don't know how to say it.
KPIs.
Talk or to just to work with other people or to interest from other people. I use what I study in psychology.
So I think we spent too much time on that question. You know, if I were you, I would just have said like, oh yeah, my favorite subjects are subjects related to people, not necessarily biology, but psychology. In order to understand people, you could say something like, yeah, these help me because I use both of the degrees I have in my career. I would have just said that. That would have been like 15 seconds, no more. Okay. How do you usually spend your holidays?
Well, I go out with my friends. Maybe something to go out to dinner, or go to the cinema.
You can just say I go out with my friends for dinner or the cinema.
But also I like to stay in my house with my parents.
But I also enjoy staying at home with my parents.
With my dog, and pass time with them.
Don't forget, it's not past time. What is it? What is it in English? Pasar tiempo. Spend time, right?
Spending time.
Every Sunday we do we make some grill.
So I think you're trying to say parrilla.
Yes.
Every Sunday we have a barbecue. Every Sunday we have a barbecue. Yeah.
To yes.
Okay.
That's
What are you hoping to do? Actually, that last one.
is on Madrid, on Spain. Degrees on Madrid.
Don't forget, in cities we say in. Okay. I hope to get 2 more degrees in Madrid.
On Spain. About some, or to study more about human resources, to understand more like the enterprise, and to learn more or improve my skills about leadership.
Improve my skills about leadership. Okay. Someone's at my apartment door. Do you mind? I need to open it, okay?
Okay.
Hola. Sí, puedes venir. Sí, puedes entrar. Gracias. Okay. Sorry. So let's. Do you want to? Would you like to listen to an actual student doing it? Do you think that would help you?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I think too much. What to say?
Yeah, I think we're pausing way too much, which is normal for a complicated topic, but this is a very basic topic, right? Just about your life. So there
Yes.
shouldn't be there should be a lot less pauses. Speaking test personal information. Okay, so I can't find a full example with this topic. I did I did last time, but I didn't save the link, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and try again anyways. Mainly just relax, like don't think too hard, don't translate, just say what's on your mind. And don't forget the grammar mistakes, like your main mistakes are prepositions, things like that. And also use connecting words, right? So let's go ahead and try again. All right. Where do you live?
Well, I live in Lima, Peru, in La Molina district.
Okay. What are the good and bad points about living there?
Well, I love to live in La Molina because of the weather. It's maybe every day or most of the days of the month, maybe they are sunny. And well, I live in a peaceful place. But also the bad points are that I live maybe from far away from my friends, for some of my friends, or far away from my job, and I have to wake up earlier than others.
Okay. Sorry, let me get the door again, okay? Sorry, someone's fixing my apartment, so I need to let
Don't
them in.
worry, don't worry.
Si necesitas algo, avísame. Gracias. Okay, sorry about that. Let's continue. We were on the good points and bad points, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell me both points yet? The good and the bad?
Yes. I think so.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right, let's continue then. Okay, what does your job involve?
Well, I work at the bank in human resources area. I work at no, at the learning yes, at the learning department. So I look for the develop of the employers.
Good. How do you usually spend your holidays?
I love spending time with my friends and with my family. So I maybe some holidays I go out with my friends to get some dinner or going to the cinema. or I stay at my home and maybe watch a video with my, or a movie with my parents.
Good. And what are your plans for the future?
I am planning to go to Madrid to have or to do my master degrees at leadership. So I improve my skill leaderships and I could know more about human resources.
Let's see, that was way better because the timer started at 5 minutes and you finished at so it was, you know, like you did 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is fine. That's like what you should do. Okay, so we can review that. You still made a few mistakes, but the timing was much better. All right.
Sorry,
Where do you live?
I work at a bank. At a bank or in a bank?
I work at a bank. At is fine.
Well, I live in Lima, Peru, in La Molina district.
Okay. What are the good and bad points about living there?
Well, I love to live in La Molina because of the weather. It's maybe every day or most of the days of the month, maybe they are sunny. And well, I live in a peaceful place. But also the bad points are that I live maybe from far away from my friends, for some of my friends, or far away from my job, and I have to wake up earlier than others.
Okay. Sorry, let me get the door again, okay? Sorry, someone's fixing my apartment. Let's continue. Okay. Did you tell me both points yet? The good and the bad? Okay. What does your job involve?
Well, I work at the bank in
Actually,
human
sorry, let me hear the last part
again. Or are that I live maybe from far away from my friends, for some of my friends, or far away from my job.
Oh yeah, that's actually grammatically correct. All that was good. There's just too many pauses, but you know, I live far away from my friends and my job. That's all you need to say.
And I have to wake up earlier than others.
Okay. You should say though, like specify, right? Here I noticed sometimes here you were being less specific, which is not good. You wanna say that as you want to be as detailed as you were the first time, but just speak faster with less pauses. So like, I need to wake up earlier than others to get to work on time, right? Sorry.
Department, resources. Well, I work at the bank in human.
That was good. You said at the bank in the department because the department is specific, so that's why I use in.
Human resources area. I work at at the learning. Yes, at the learning department.
Why did you pause there? Were you trying to figure out the word? Because that was a very long pause.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
Okay.
I work at at the learning. Yes. At the,
yeah. What happened there?
I tried to find how to say like atracción del talento or something.
I don't even know how to say. I don't even know without tracción de lento.
atracción del talento, or
The heck?
like in the selection department, maybe.
Okay. I think we call that like the I don't even that's not even an apartment in a lot of companies. I'd say
I'm going
something like
to
the
look.
I'm not even sure what name that would be, like the selection department work. Recruitment and selection.
Yes, recruitment.
I think the recruitment department's best, easiest. Yeah.
Learning department. So I look for the develop of the employers.
So you look at the what? Like, you say catalog?
How? What? Sorry.
What did you say here? What did you say? The catalog?
No.
So I look for the develop of
The what?
Develop.
The what log?
Develop.
DV.
Development.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
the employers.
I look at the development of the employers. Good job. Or the employer's development, right? Good. How do you usually spend your holidays?
I look for the employers development.
Yeah, possessive, right? Possessive. Employers, apostrophe S, development.
I love spending time with my friends and with my family. So I maybe some holidays I go out with my friends to get some dinner or going to the cinema. Or I stay at my home and maybe watch a video with a movie with my parents.
Good. And what are your plans for the future?
I am planning to go to Madrid to have or to do my master degrees at leadership.
My master's degree in leadership.
So I improve my skill leaderships and I
also remember adjectives in English come first, right? We don't say, I like that shirt red. I like that red shirt, right? So leadership skills.
I could know more about human resources.
So people can know more about human resources. Good. Okay. Like I said, second time was much better. Some parts though, I think you left out some details. I think you were more detailed in the first response, less detailed in the second one, but it's fine, right? You have to improve little by little. So, do you want homework?
Yes.
You want to do another writing thing?
Okay, the next one, or one of the.
Let me do the next one here. That's fine. What's the next one here? It would be.
I would like to write an essay.
You want to write an essay?
In part, yes. In the last writing, there are a few options in page 33.
Okay.
Yes, it is number 2 or number 4, maybe. Oh, pardon. Sorry.
You mean number 5?
Number 2 or number 5.
Number 5 is fine.
Okay.
You can write one of the following 2 questions. So you see that you have the book, right? So
yes.
Page 34, number 5. Yeah, it looks like you have no issues with grammar, like the use of English. All that seems to be really, really easy for you. You almost get 100%, but I think speaking is your weakness.
Yes.
And your writing's pretty good too, but obviously you're not going to be a perfect writer. But I said speaking. Speaking is probably your biggest weakness by far. So we need to work on that. The other stuff you're pretty good at. Okay. Any questions before you go?
No, it's okay.
All right. Good job today. See you next time. Bye.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Bye.